Hey, first grade. Good morning. We're going to talk about fiction today for our reading mini lesson, okay? So, what's really important to note about the difference between, let me get my books together, between fiction and nonfiction, okay, is what we're going to talk about first. Okay, then we're going to talk about all the different characteristics of fiction as well, all right? So, the books that we're going to talk about today are fiction stories. Now, these are not stories that kind of look like this, like a National Geographic, and inside there's realistic pictures, there's information, there's facts. Those are not the stories that we are going to look at today, okay? We're going to look at stories like Lily's Purple Plastic Purse, or Chrysanthemum, or Wimberly, okay? All right, now fiction books are stories that somebody has made up. They're not true, okay? Now, these can be stories that have made up characters, or maybe these characters are based on real people, or maybe they're made up, like Lily, okay? And sometimes these characters are not even human, like Lily is a mouse, okay? The place where the story happened is also going to sometimes be made up, but it can also be a real place. Okay, when we talk about fiction, we might say in a land far, far away, or we could say down the street in Friendswood. Okay, we could have a fiction story set on the moon, or we could have a fiction story set in Houston. Okay, all of those places are all right. Okay, now the most important part of our fiction story is that this story did not really happen. Okay, it did not happen at all. All right. So when we look at a story like Lily's Purple Plastic Purse, okay, we know that Lily, okay, our character, she didn't really have a purple plastic purse because she's a mouse, okay? We know that Chrysanthemum didn't get teased for her name because she's a mouse, okay? It may be based on something that happened in real life, but it did not happen to this mouse. So we know that it is fiction. Okay, so we're going to talk more about that this week, and we're going to talk about nonfiction as well. But a quick and easy and fun way for you to remember what fiction is I have a fun song for you, okay? So I'm going to show you the motions for it. I'm going to sing it for you one time, and then I'm also going to have a video of Mrs. Angel's class next door doing that song for you to show you what it looks like with kids doing it, all right? So this song is called What is Fiction? All right? Are you ready? Okay. What is fiction? What is fiction? It's not true. It's not true. Elephants are flying. Polar bears are driving. It's not true. It's not true. Okay? So we're going to talk more about fiction later this week. We'll sing our song, and I'm going to try and include a video of Mrs. Angel's class singing that song for us. We'll watch it together, and we'll practice our song, and we'll talk more about fiction. Okay? So your seesaw activity is going to be you finding a fiction book and telling me why you think it is fiction, okay? All right, guys, I'll see you later.
What is fiction? What is fiction? It's not